Well, hello and welcome to Knife Delights. It's time for another 2 for Tuesday. That's right, that easy open tag that I invite all channels to participate in. Just grab a couple of knives and talk about them. Hey, on the table today, I got a couple of special buck knives. I got this wonderful collector's tin, Boone and Crockett Club special edition of these two fine blades right here. And how did I get this? Well, I won the auction at Clark's Kentucky Knives, and he had another one of the charity whatnot auctions to benefit Cornbread and his wife as they deal with some very serious medical issues. So it was a good fundraiser. I know that Dwayne there at Clark's Kentucky Knives, he did at least 6 or 7 different auctions. Lots of people donated knives to be auctioned off. I don't have any final totals, but I'm sure that they raised a lot of money for Cornbread and his wife. So hats off to Dwayne and everybody that helped him. That was a lot of work, folks, a lot of work. So kudos. Just another example of this fine knife community trying to help each other out and take care of one another. So, what do we have here? Well, this is a Boone and Crockett collector's tin. And you can see the Boone and Crockett logo there. Fair chase and conservation. That's why Boone and Crockett was originally started. And one of the founders was Theodore Roosevelt. And they founded the club in 1887. There can be no issue greater than that of conservation in this country. So yeah, that's kind of the mission of the Boone and Crockett. Got a couple of slides here that gives a little bit more information on Boone and Crockett. Buck Knives has had they've had a relationship with Boone and Crockett. I happened to be able to find this magazine or catalog advertisement from the spring of 2009, and it shows one of the buck knives introduces the Boone and Crockett Classic series. So I know they've done a lot of collaboration together. So yeah, we'll just take the lid off of this here real quick. Take a look. Of course, I got the knives out of it. I usually store my knives separate from in the tin, because if you start taking them in and out, it damages, this cardboard here. So I usually store them separately. But this is what you got here. Part of the Boone and Crockett Club Collector Series. Caution, blades are very sharp. And there you go. Pause that there. You can read it if you'd like. Alright, so that's what our tin looks like. Just a beautiful tin. Just a beautiful tin. Yeah. Isn't that great? Okay, so what are these knives here? Well, both of these knives were made in 2011. And on the right here is the nice little Minibuck 425. And that's a pretty familiar knife to most. It's got the little lanyard hole there. It's kind of meant to be a keychain knife. And just a handy dandy little pocket dropper or keychain knife. And then here on the left, we have the 482 Bucklite. And the blade's not big enough here, I guess, to put a logo on there, but on here they got the Boone and Crockett logo printed on there. And both of these knives were made in the USA. And I do want to say that's one great thing about this collector's tin is the knives inside were made in the USA. Seems like anymore, when Buck issues a collector's tin, they've got the made in China versions of the knives in it. So this was fantastic to get a, made in USA knives inside of the tin. Now, what is interesting about this knife here is this is the Folding Bucklite Max 673. No, I'm sorry. The 482 Bucklite Folding Bucklite Max. Oh boy, that's a mouthful. What I'm trying to get to is, when I bought this, I didn't realize it, but this knife is the companion knife, the folding version of the 673 Bucklite Max, and this is the small version. They did have one with a blade about an inch longer on it or so. So these are companion knives. Isn't that cool? Always like to have companion knives. And you can see the DNA in it, that line in there. Got the Buck logo stamped in there. Lanyard hole. These were inexpensive knives. I think I bought this at a retail store. I think it was under $20 or around $20. Unfortunately, they don't make them anymore. But I tell you what, it was a fantastic little fixed blade for the price. Made in the USA. Yeah. So back to this knife here. So it's got the standard, 420 HC steel. It's a lock back. Actually, it looks like 2 lanyard holes right there. That's what it looks like down in there. And the action's not the best. Now, maybe a little oil on there, or maybe I can get a little better action out of it. Almost got to push it shut. And you know what? One thing I'm wondering, and this is another reason why I don't like to store them in the tins. Get that lid off again here if I can. Like on this one here, as you can see, as it's in there, the blade's kind of folded open. Of course, there's not much pressure, I guess, on this lock back. But on some of the slip joints, when they store them and they got the blades open, you got a constant tension on that spring. And I always wondered if it kind of weakened the spring by doing that. But anyway, maybe I can get this to get a little better action. This knife won't be used. It's a collector's knife, and it's a model that I didn't have before. And it's just kind of special because it is the Boone and Crockett edition. Well, sorry there, got interrupted just a little bit. I don't know if I said it or not, but neither one of these knives are currently in production anymore. I don't know when they stopped making them, but unfortunately, they're not in production anymore, which is another special reason I bid on these and I wanted these knives, because this one in particular, I didn't have this model, and they're no longer in production, so it really does make it a collector's. We'll take another little quick look here on this one. Got Buck stamped in there. Just a dandy little lockback keychain knife. So, well, I've got slides on both of these that I'll be putting up, or at this point have put up. You can pause and read them as far as getting all the weights and links and all of that if you're interested in that. So there you have it, my latest addition to my Buck knife collection. Very happy to get it. Thanks again to Dwayne at Clark's Kentucky Knives for running this auction. Thanks for everyone who participated in that auction. And, well, folks, go out and have yourself a very delightful day.